It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the Lone Star Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from the challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady now on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On play action, now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Quick throw caught by Godwin. Not much there, only a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Brady. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Brady again. There's Evans again, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, Tony. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. Prescott now. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Brady now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Taking it about the 16. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Prescott now from the 50. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this to Elliott. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. And he completes this to Russell Gage. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Brady. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Able to get it down to the 25 there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Prescott on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We better than that.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt.
Nagar's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Tony Pollard, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Toss left to Elliott. Pushing through the contact. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Throwing there, but this wind up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On first down, Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. It's caught. Tolbert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really with the 4-minute offense, to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball isn't.
It is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He gets away from one. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
Still 2nd down.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw, Brady. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Vaughn. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Succop's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Dak and the Cowboys trailing 10-3. 47 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw, Prescott. Finding Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Dak. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.